Hi everyone, welcome back to Mike on Mike. Today we will be checking out Super Troopers 3, One Night Only, and Ice Cream Man, and guessing if they're gonna pop or flop. Okay, the first movie we can check out will be Super Troopers 3. It's still from Searchlight Pictures and Broken Lizard. It's kind of cool because, like, you'd think by this time, maybe, or whatever, this guy would sell out or give it to somebody else to take over, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like they'd buy the rights from him and then change it and ruin it, and it would flop, and then this guy would get all the hate for it, turning on his fans, you know, whatever, right? I don't know. So that's kind of cool that this movie is like actually, yeah, still from the same studios. I'm pretty sure this guy still wrote, directed, and stars in it. Like, that is crazy that he's still doing all three like roles. I don't know, pretty awesome. It has 8.4 million views. Yeah, I haven't seen any like promo for this. Have you? I haven't seen this movie advertised. I feel like I think that it has such a fan base that it doesn't really need that. It like the first one, you know, gathered the crowd. And then the second one, I'm not sure. The first one's a classic, but and then the third one, it's like they don't really need to promote it too much because, you know, it has a following. I think. Yeah, what I'm thinking. Anyways, other than that, we can now check this trailer out.
1, 2, 3, go!
Tokyo Drift, mother...
Fucking idiots.
All units respond.
We have reports of a high-speed chase.
I give to you
Our first electric patrol car. Electricity. Boom.
Well. If it isn't the old-timers passing the torch to the new generation.
You beat my rookie in a foot race? No ticket.
Wait, what?
1, 2, 3, go!
Hey, Thorny, we're super excited for your hot sister's wedding.
To Rod Farva. Son of a...
Got any beer?
That's my shirt.
It's a good next shirt.
I got a Postmates delivery of 12 short and wide condoms for Rod Farva.
Only 12? I guess a lot to do.
Here I come, babe!
Come get your cream, girl!
I'm gonna stop this wedding. Mom, Dad, this is Farva.
Oh my God, babe, you clean up great.
I wonder if they have any white tea here. Oh, wait, that's me, Whitey.
We do like racial humor.
Who doesn't?
Farva texted me his list of demands for the bachelor party. Bum fights, Russian roulette, strip club.
What the hell?
Hello, boys. Pull up a cup chair.
Turn it around. Tokyo Drift, mother...
Watch it, Farva.
Is it possible we're no longer the cool guys in our own story?
Not a fucking chance. Okay, Farva, time to pick your snake.
This guy's actually kind of cute.
Since it's the neck, it's best to suck it out.
Check it out. Farva, that's my mom.
Fucking idiots.
Wow. Okay, well that looks hilarious. That just looks so funny. That looks funny. Yeah, maybe a little perverted or whatever, but I think overall that is gonna be so funny. I think that people really, yeah, it looks. Maybe the people aren't gonna like what the story is, maybe, but it looks like it does revolve around the core thing of Super Troopers, so it'll probably be fine. But I feel like possibly people, maybe they're gonna not like that the story of, I guess he's trying to stop the wedding, right? So maybe people find that boring or something, or not really entertaining maybe. So I don't know. But anyway, looks great. They, I guess, show the plot. They don't show, I don't think there's anything in it how it's gonna happen, right? I don't know what would happen. Maybe it's, if it's gonna be mature or serious, then it's gonna be the main guy, like, being fine with Farva getting married, right? He's gonna be, like, accepting of it, and he's gonna give him his blessing. So it'll end on a mature, serious note, you know what I mean? Rather than, like, I don't know. Because he wants to change the wedding, or stop the wedding. But then I feel like at some point, the character arc, or maybe whatever, would be that he realizes that, you know what? They're both happy, and he shouldn't interfere with that, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like a lesson or whatever. Not sure if they're going to do that. It's been a while since I've seen the first one. I don't really remember too much about it. But yeah, I should probably watch it again. So anyways, we can read some of these comments down here for on the YouTube or on the trailer. Someone said they snuck one past the YouTube censors. Yeah, they must have not monetized it or something. Or I don't know how that works. I think you can upload a video with anything, whatever, as long as it's not monetized. But the second you monetize it, I think that's when the censor stuff kicks in or whatever, you know. So that's kind of funny though. He snuck one past the YouTube censors. It must be duration then. If it's the topless girls part, then it's probably, it's non-sexual. Well, there were strippers. I think it's the angle of the camera and how much is shown and the implication or the setting or the implication, I guess. I don't know. Whatever word, something. So it might be that because it was like 3 seconds, I think, or 2 really quick. But I am surprised. That YouTube actually went through, you know? The next guy said, I'll be watching this with a liter of cola. This one says, when the world needed them most, they returned. Wow. I wonder if they're going to do 4. This is a great trilogy, though. If this could be good, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like actually work out in the end. They're going to have a really good trilogy written and directed and starring the one guy. I mean, that's crazy. This guy said, love that Brian Cox is still loyal to Super Troopers. Wow. That's cool. I know. Like, that is great, though. Yeah, loyalty, whatever. It must have, yeah, like not giving the rights to a big studio who comes in and ruins it or whatever. And I think that's probably why, you know, like they're all loyal, or not loyal, but worked well together. Yeah. This guy said, I want to see this movie, right? Meow. Yeah, see, that's a joke from the first one. That's why the first one is iconic and classic for what it is because of like that, you know, the jokes, the pranks. It was about pranks, wasn't it? They prank each other or something, right? So, yeah. This guy said, my best friend Sean passed away in 2006. Car accident. He was 22. He had a perfect score in his SAT's math section. He was smart enough to be a rocket scientist, and his favorite movie was Super Troopers. God, I miss him. Can't wait for this movie. Oh, that's sad. I don't like hearing that stuff, but man, at least this guy's going to go in honor of him. Darn. So did he... that's sad. Well... That's good that this guy's able to honor him, I guess, and go see it, though. Man, my best friend. Not just a regular person or a friend or someone. Like, this guy they knew each other. And here is the IMDb page for Super Troopers 3. Check out this ad for it. Get tickets, meow. It's so funny. That is great. I do like the artwork, though. I think that's so cool and so pretty. It does kind of remind me of the Godzilla posters, you know, for the movies, where the poster makes the movie look like an epic, like animated type of a film. Like the posters for those Godzilla movies are always like painted or drawn or something. It's not like a digital, it's not a pose from the movie and put. I guess Mothra might be. Mothra has the two little twin girls on the side, and Mothra and Godzilla in the back. Megalon also, but most of them, like I think Space Godzilla, all of them, they all have maybe even Ghidorah, or no, what's his name? Ibira. They're all like, yeah, they're all like drawn like this. Honestly, they're straight up like this. They're like drawn from the movie rather than taken from the movie. This is obviously probably digital and then made it look like it, but this is basically what those Godzilla, all the movie posters look like. Anyway, pretty cool. Here is the page for it. It is an hour and 44 minutes. Not bad. That's probably a good enough time without dragging and then being too fast. Rated R, so the kids ain't seeing this one. A comedy, crime, mystery. And then the plot is when Farva's over-the-top Indian engagement to Thorny's sister spirals into chaos. The Super Troopers must navigate Thorny's schemes to break up their relationship, all while trying to bring down a pernicious new drug ring. Oh, ow. I bet you that girl is going to be involved in it or something. Do you think, like, they're going to have it be, like, Farva, or whatever. Like, the characters kind of, like, get mad at each other and says, you're trying to ruin my marriage. I hate you. And he leaves. And, you know, the main guy is like, wait, but she's involved in the drug ring. And they don't believe him or something. That could happen. But that might be a little cheesy or corny, possibly. But it actually, I didn't know that there was like a drug ring thing involved, meaning that then, see, now that, I mean, that could be possible, and I guess it would be a twist, you know, like the sister is normal, and all of a sudden it turns out she's part of the drug ring or something, right? That'd be a big twist, so we'll see. The cool part that I am very just absolutely impressed by is this Jay Chandreskar. How do you say his name? Chandreskar. Jay Chandreskar, I guess. I'm impressed that this guy can actually just, like, he writes, directs, and stars in the movie. All three. I mean, that is insane, you know? Like, that is crazy. How talented is this guy? He's done so much other stuff. I have never even seen it. The Goldbergs, saw it on TV, never watched it. Wow, he has done so much stuff. You think they're gonna do? I hope they end Super Troopers, right? If they do a fourth one and it sucks, that's not good. You know, I'm sure he's got. If he has a good idea for 4 or whatever, I'm sure he'll do it. But I feel like leave Super Troopers 3 as a trilogy and just, you know, yeah, leave it as it is. Go off on a high note. Super Trilogy. Super Trooper Trilogy. Yeah. So, and then upcoming is Unprofessionals. Wow. And then Shotgun Wedding. This could be like a hillbilly, or, you know, like you know what I mean? Like, a country movie or something like that. Like a, yeah, Rednecks or something like that. Other than that, yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. School, Fresh Off the Boat. Pretty high ratings. Monarch. What? Oh, he did one episode of Monarch? Wait, the Godzilla show? Monarch? No, this is a different Monarch, right? Country is their king. Okay. I was gonna say, so creator, Melissa London Hilfers. So what involvement did he have with that? Where did that one go again? Monarch. He directed one episode. Interesting. Resident Alien, 2 episodes. So he's just guest, whatever. He's guest, or directing some things. But the Goldbergs, that's a full season. So did he create this? Wait, I'm so confused. The Goldbergs. This has to be Adam F. Goldberg. Then what does this guy have to do with this? I can't even say his name. JC. Is he acting in it? No, Tim Meadows is in it. So where is this Jay Chandresco guy? He directed 24 episodes. Is he in it? I don't even see him on the cast list. Anyways, I'm going off a little too off the main topic. But anyways, those are some of his movies, written and directed. Kevin Heffernan is the other writer. And let's see. Oh, he plays Farva, right? Or yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, Super Troopers, the first one. Look how iconic. A bunch of cops upside down. I saw it when I was a kid. I was like, what is that? You know what I mean? So that's crazy. Pretty hilarious. So this guy, so is he more of an actor? Yeah, he's more of an actor. Olio, Spirit of the Mustang, producer, writer. Okay, so let's go in here. Super Troopers 3, written by As Broken Lizard. Is that like his pen name, like Richard Bachman or something like that? Tacoma FD, 8 stars, written by, and co-created by 49 episodes. What is that, 2 or 3 seasons? 23, that's 46. That's 2 seasons, right? Tacoma Fire Department. So then it's probably silly, right? So Super Troopers 2 came out in 2018. Batman Little Boy. Beer Fest. Yeah, that was the other. Yeah, okay. Those are like classic movies. Then upcoming, he's got the 12 Days of Christmas. Finally, someone's making. Well, no, I don't know. I guess there are a lot of the Christmas movies. I feel like there's not a lot of good Christmas movies, especially made by the bigger people out there. I mean, there's kind of like these ones or whatever. So, yeah, 12 Days of Christmas. Nick wakes up with a kid under his roof. The next day, he finds himself with 2 kids and so on. As he desperately tries to end his nightmare, he begrudgingly finds something. Finds himself discovering the joys of being a parent. See, there's a big lesson in it, I guess. Anyways, well, that's cool. That is really awesome that this guy is like doing all these things. And Steve Lemmy is the other guy, or the third writer. And then he, cool. Down here did basically mostly the same stuff. Written most of it. So he's not an actor. This guy's specifically a writer. Correct. Oh nope, I'm wrong. He plays Mac. Yeah, okay. Now I'm not. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Cool. Well, that's really awesome. And then we go down here and check out the cast. And yeah, so Brian Cox is reprising his role. Lisa Gilroy, Jay Chandrasekhar. I'm gonna go with that. Jay Chandrasekhar. That is tough. Chandrasekhar. I'm sure I've heard it before. Chase Crawford is in this movie. Now that is funny. Wow. He's actually breaking out of the TV role thing. Chase Crawford is a real standout though. Like just the way he is, like he looks good. He's very good looking. And he's got, like he is funny. And yeah, him playing the Deep was really hilarious. Terrible, stupid ending, but really good character. Like really, like I guess irredeemable technically, but yeah, pretty awesome. So yeah, this is everyone else. Kevin Heffernan plays Farva. Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with a lot of these people. Steve Lemmy plays Mac, and they've all, well, just the main 3 people also wrote it. So that is really cool. I hope there's probably gonna be like celebrity cameos. I don't know. What do you think? And then there's no. Oh wow, there's actually no reviews yet. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no reviews. All right. Yeah. So then we're gonna go to Rotten Tomatoes then. So Rotten Tomatoes has it at 31% from the critics. Jesus. Oh no. Oh my God, no. Oh no. I wonder what the first one's got. But is this something of like, oh my God. Oh no. I hope that's not true. 31%. I bet you the audience is going to be like at 80%. I bet the audience is going to like it. If there is really some type of corruption or like whatever they're saying, that like these ratings are rigged, then this is crap. Then that means that the critics are giving this a low rating because it's not part of their Hollywood system or whatever. You know, because like being honest about that, because I'm so confused. I thought you can trust Rotten Tomatoes. Can't you trust Rotten Tomatoes? I thought you could trust them because they're actual people from other places, not just Hollywood or in the deep state or whatever that is. And like they have a reputation, you know, like Jeremy Jahns isn't going to get paid out by somebody and just to give a good review about an obviously crap movie. And it's like, he liked it, really? And then it turns out that, oh, he got paid by that company to give a good review. And then now there's fans find out and they unsubscribe and they're like, we can't trust you. You're a liar. We base, you know, we don't want to waste our money on this stupid Hollywood crap with this messaging in it. You know, and we're watching you so that we can know if this is a good movie to take our kids to, if they're, you know, if we're gonna go see it, is there messaging or whatever this crap. Is it a cash grab? Is it pointless? Is it stupid? You know, like that's why I thought Rotten Tomatoes is like people who are established, you know, like 3C Films, you know, Film Threat, Nerdrotic, Jeremy Jahns, Mark Reviews Movies, whatever. These people, they're all on there. They can't all of a sudden like go against their whole thing and just say, oh, the movie isn't this or it's bad or whatever, when the majority of the people think it's good and it is good or something. I think that I don't know what to believe with this thing anymore. It's very confusing. I thought you could trust Super Troopers. You could probably trust Super Troopers more than Rotten Tomatoes, but Rotten Tomatoes, I thought you could trust them. I guess not. I don't know. We will go down here and check out some of these reviews really quick. Starting with the critics. Mark Dusick from Mark Reviews Movies. There you go. I just said that. He says it is rotten. The team have run out of things to do with these characters. See, that's what I just said. He can't do a fourth one. That's what I said too. I think the fans are not gonna like the plot that he has to break up part of his wedding. But then the twist would have to be that she's part of the drug ring, right? I mean, that would be the most obvious twist, right? That would be where you do it. You would ruin Farva and their relationship. Farva would think they're mean or they're trying to ruin his relationship. He ditches them, and then it's about, you know, believe your friends and whatever, you know, that rule, you know, a message or whatever. And yeah, stuff like that. I don't know. And then they'll find out that she's part of the drug ring, and he's not going to believe him, and they're going to have to prove it to him, right? I don't know. Hopefully it's not that, because I think it's too simple and I kind of just figured it out, but it could be, because think about it. That makes sense. I think that makes sense with what they would do with this story. This guy, Brandon Zachary from Screen Rant, gave it, says it's fresh. 5 out of 10 is fresh? 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 is fresh. Are you serious? 1 out of 10 rotten, right? 1 to 4 rotten. 5, 6 middle, shouldn't even be a tomato or a rotten tomato, whatever. And then 7, 8, 9, and 10 are all fresh. Come on. Really? This 5 out of 10, there shouldn't be any tomato. Nothing. 4 out of 10? Okay, that's rotten. 6 out of 10? That, I'd consider that fresh. I don't know. I know it's right on it. 7, yes. 7, yes. 8, 9, and 10, for sure. 1, 2, and 3, rotten, for sure. 4, 5, 6, and 7 should all be in the middle with no symbol. 5 out of 10? What? Oh, I half liked it. So it's fresh. What? Anyway, it says, while it's hard to recommend Super Troopers 3 to anyone who didn't at least get some good chuckles out of Broken Lizard's previous work, there are enough successes with this hit or miss comedy that fans will get some laughs. So that's what he's saying. It's weak or whatever. It's 5 out of 10. But this hit or miss comedy will give fans laughs. That warrants a fresh. So yeah, the fresh is more for the fact of like that it's not trash. There are some funny jokes in it. I laughed I thought it was pretty funny, I guess. Anthony O'Connor from Film Inc. from Australia says it's fresh. 10 out of 20. Oh my god, with these stupid ratings. 10 out of 20? Why? There's a general rating of out of 10. And then all these people have to be different and go, oh, 10 out of 20. Like, dude, what are you... What? Anyway, he says it's rotten. Neither nimbly nor bimbly. It lacks the necessary shenanigans to keep audiences engaged. That's probably Australian, how they talk. Neither nimbly nor bimbly. Neither nimbly nor bimbly. It lacks the necessary shenanigans to keep audiences engaged. Yeah, that's probably true though. The Alonso Duralde from the Film Verdict says it's rotten. The first Super Troopers was delightfully silly, with just enough plot to accommodate the barrage of goofy gags, wordplay, and absurdist bits. A quarter of a century later, there's an overwhelming amount of plot and not nearly enough laughs. Really? So the plot of the drug ring is it first, and then the Farva's marriage is second? Or is it he's getting married, and then one of them sees her involved in the drug deal or a drug deal, and then tells Farva, and he doesn't believe him and thinks they're trying to ruin his marriage, and she convinces him too, and then it severs their relationship between the group, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. So but yeah, and then so is the plot, is the drug thing like in the main thing though? Is it like, hey, we're almost on the verge of this busting a drug ring, but I just found out Farva's gonna get married. What? And then later and then the drug thing takes second place to the main plot of Farva getting married? That's possible. I don't know how that would be, but anyways, and then the next one here is Jim Shrembry from jimshrembry.com. That's cool, has his own website. Says it is rotten. 0.5 out of 5. Jesus. Laughless. Bless Broken Lizard and all those who find their films chuckle-worthy. Everyone else might find more amusement re-grouting their bathrooms. What? Jesus Christ. Re-grouting their bathrooms. Yes. Jesus. That is, that's so weird. Well, at least, yeah. I don't know. I guess, possibly it's not good. I would check out the audience reviews, but there are none. Okay, yeah, we'll go down and read if there's any trivia. Franchise, male frontal nudity, male full frontal nudity, male nudity. Wow. Again, rated R for sexual content, nudity, language throughout, and drug content. I mean, it's just like all of them. So at least they're maintaining the rated R, the rating. So that's good. Trivia: Brian Cox has expressed an interest in reprising his role as Captain O'Hagan, provided he doesn't have to do any night shoots. Wait, so is that like hinting at a fourth one, probably? Or no. I guess just more of like hinting at the fact that he is actually like he does want to be involved in. But anyway, that's cool. I like that. Brian Cox is down to reprise the role. That down here, nothing. So I'm not sure what the budget is. Here's the Google search for the budget for the movie. They haven't disclosed it yet, but the first one was 1.5 to 3 million. Pretty awesome. I wonder what it made. The second one was 13.5 million, and then I guess they crowdfunded 4.6 million of it. So other than that, that is the budget. So, well, I mean, there isn't. I guess we could guess 10 million or 15, which means it's probably, or like, you know, like it at least has the chance to, I don't know. I would say it probably, like, it could make 20 million or like 15 maybe or something. I don't think it's going to make 60 million or something. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like, I don't know. I know that the audience for this isn't big, you know, like there's this, and they're probably, you know, like in high school it was popular. Like I had friends who watched it, and now they're all older, so it's probably, I don't know how many new fans of the movie they got in, you know, like, you know, the movie's dirty, so that's not everybody's like style and all that. But they yeah, so I don't know. I guess my guess will be that I think that I don't know what the budget could be. I feel like the budget would be 15 million. I guess I am gonna guess I feel like because of what it is, if the I feel like the budget would be low. Therefore, it could pop, but I feel like it's not gonna do so well. So, I'm gonna say it has a dedicated fan base, you know, and that would make you assume that it's gonna pop. But I feel like that's what they're expecting. But in reality, I feel like Super Troopers 3 will flop with, I'm gonna say, I hope it's more. They need to do like 40 or 30 maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna say $10 million, and it'll probably be in the top 20, probably top 15 because of what it is. It's not totally unknown. And I'm gonna specifically say number 12. Okay, the next movie we can check out is This Ice Cream Man. It is a remake. We can check out the trailer for the next. I have the IMDb page for the next movie up to the original one of this. So kind of cool. We'll check the trailer out. Here's the YouTube page for the trailer. Studio Canal UK. Directed by Eli Roth. I'm not familiar. Oh, I probably am. I don't know what I watched recently, or the last Eli Roth project I watched. So, 1 million views. Not bad. Again, why are these horror movies coming out so early? What happened to an October release? You know? Like, that is strange. I don't understand that. And then in October, what's gonna come out in October? You know, like spring movies or like summer, like pre-summer movies. I don't know. Like that is strange. Other than that, could do okay. It looks like it's not doing too well. Like the rating is kind of low. But this is a Green Band trailer, and it is a minute, and we will check that out now.
What happened?
Someone hurt my mommy.
Who?
Me. You guys see that weird ice cream man today?
What do you mean weird?
Like he was following me. Is everyone sick or something?
Back to your classrooms.
They're not trying to kill us. They're trying to turn us. That ice cream's demonic.
Go, 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 go! What is going on here? Kids!
Okay, well, I think that looks kind of cool, actually, doesn't it? It showed you straight. It's straight to the point. You know, the plot is seemingly straightforward. Probably someone's gonna figure out what's going on and kill him, whatever, or something. You know, break the curse, whatever. It looks like it's the ice cream is like the thing or whatever, making people crazy, or the kids crazy. So yeah. So I don't know Eli Roth. Is that him? I think that's him in the Ice Cream Man character, probably. So the trailer, it looked good. It looks a little cheesy, right? But it's like I think that's on purpose. Like it looks like it's trying to be, you know, like that, like a cheesy kind of a movie. And if it does it well, it won't come off as bad cheesy. It'll come off as on like purposeful cheesiness. Okay, here's a page for Ice Cream Man. I guess, you know what? Actually, real quick, I am gonna we'll watch a trailer for the other, for the original Ice Cream Man film. So here it is. It's 1 minute and 41 seconds. 1995. Okay.
There are no bad days here at Wishing Well, only happy days.
Open wide, Gregory.
It is a happy day. Now he's out, rehabilitated with a brand new job.
Here you go.
I'd like to buy a gallon of your, hard pack.
Next. You didn't say please.
Did you see little Roger Smith today? He was at the park. Why?
We got a missing kid.
His ice cream has a secret ingredient.
What the hell is that ice cream dork doing out this late?
What's your favorite flavor?
Wow. Always so kind to the little children.
I brought you something special.
Ooh, sounds yummy.
There's something weird going on here.
Hiya, honey. Not every day is a happy day.
Spent the last 20 at some private clinic called Wishing Well for the Mentally Disturbed.
We believe in compassion.
Shut up!
We're at the Wishing Well Hospital. Get some people down here quick.
No one leaves the Wishing Well. Doctor's orders!
Even with a head start, there's no escape.
Freeze!
You can run, but you can't hide from the Ice Cream Man.
Let us pray.
Starring Olivia Hussey, Jan Michael Vincent, Sandal, Bergman, David Naughton, David Warner, and Clint Howard as the Ice Cream Man.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that is hilarious. What do you got? What do you have to say about that? Does that not actually look better than the old one or whatever? That is funny though. I don't like it looks better in that there's like you can see the story in it. And I don't think the new one even showed the detectives, right? Wouldn't they be the protagonist or whatever? They're trying to figure out what's going on. I don't think they showed that in the new one. at all. But it looks better. It looks just as cheesy, which is what I think the new one is trying to copy and make it seem like that one. So that's good. I think it looks like that 1995 one is better in that, like, the trailer made it seem more three-dimensional. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the new trailer didn't show any of that stuff. So we can check out a couple of the YouTube comments for that trailer. I thought at first it was what the Ice Cream Man movie of 2026 was based off. It is. What? It is. I thought at first it was what the Ice Cream Man movie of 2026 was based off. It is. Is it not? Isn't it based off this one? I thought so, but I realized it's nothing like this one. What? The shots are like the same. This movie looks exactly like the new one, or whatever. The new one looks like this one. Like, certain shots are the same. This movie traumatized me when I was a kid. 43 seconds is when I began to laugh my butt off for the rest of the trailer. I came here from Dead Meat 7 years ago. Oh, okay. Well, this is older. So, such an awful movie that was just so great. The part where he jumps off the truck and double scoops them, classic. Can't stop laughing, gets me every time. That's what I'm saying. It looks like, obviously, it's on purpose. And, like, you know, making it seem... I mean, like, you know, the cheesiness of it, basically, is what I'm saying. Here is this IMDb page for the old 1995 Ice Cream Man, by the way. Hour and a half as well. Rated R. B horror. Yeah. I wonder if it's the same. Poor Gregory. After being released from Wishing Well Sanatorium, all he wants to do is make the children happy. So Gregory reopens the old ice cream factory, and all the unappreciative brats are repossessed into the flavor of the day. Honestly, it sounds like it's, like, kind of like, you know, sort of like crappily written, I guess. Or B-movie. Unless it's like that. Unless a B-movie is not intentional. Like, it is like that. Like, you write a scene and you leave it. You don't go back and rewrite the scene and fix it. You just kind of do, like a one pass, basically, or something, you know, I don't know. And just, you don't go back again or whatever. So we can go back to the this year's, the new Ice Cream Man movies IMDb page. It's also an hour and 26 minutes. Huh. That's funny. So let's see. The tags are body horror, slasher horror, splatter horror, zombie horror, horror thriller. So they basically become zombies? Or is that a twist in the movie? The plot is an idyllic summer town descends into madness when an ice cream man serves kids sweet delights with horrifying results. It could be maybe they changed it slightly and made it more focused and simple, or like this is just like what's that called? A simplification of the original plot, or you know what I mean, to make it a little bit more straightforward. The rating is 3.6 stars so far, so that's not good. Probably gonna end up at the same. Yeah, at least. So it seems like he tried to make it seem like the old one with the remake. You know, that make it seem cheesy, whatever. But what if he didn't do that? What if he actually legitimately made this like a movie? You know what I mean? And, you know, and then have like a twist in it or whatever. But it could be, you know, the rights part. I'm not sure what made Eli Roth want to do this film. You know, because if he can't change it, then don't make it. You know, if it's going to be an exact remake, you just stick with the original. You don't need to redo it. Like Moana live action. That is basically scene for scene. This seems slightly scene for scene, if not shot for shot. And besides, you know, runtime for runtime, an hour and 26 for both. So that's kind of funny. It is directed by Eli Roth, also written by him, and starring him. Let's see. I've seen him around, or whatever. You know, I'm kind of familiar with him, but Eli Roth. Huh. I know that Earl Sweatshirt from Odd Future did that line in his song. Eli Roth eating applesauce. So that's the that is the one kind of thing. Oh yeah, so he did play the big whatever that guy is from Inglourious Bastards. Very fascinating. Thanksgiving 6.2. So at least he did Borderlands. Oh man. But I don't understand that. Borderlands is like, it has an audience. It has fans of the game. So it's, the movie was bad because I don't understand that though. Why does he do that then? He can't do original things. You know, like, I don't understand that. Say you are the creator of Borderlands, and you, like, somebody came to you and said, hey, we're going to make a movie, you know, next year, whatever. We're going to start, we're in pre-production right now. And then the studio went through all the directors, and then they came across Eli Roth's resume here on IMDb and did this, scrolled through it and said, 4.9, 5.1, 6.3, whatever. Good, awesome. The ratings are all over the place. I think this is a good choice. And then, you know, this one got 5.2. This isn't a red flag, by the way. Thanksgiving, maybe they said, hey, this guy's the best choice, I guess. Who knows why? Let's get a horror director to come direct like a non-horror movie, I guess. I don't know. And then the results are 4.7. Can you, like, why? There was nobody else who could have done this. Like, what about making a new director out of a fan of the games? They could have contacted the biggest Borderlands players on YouTube or streaming or whatever who played Borderlands, you know, in game, and they have all these people, you know, the big YouTube people, whatever, the big streamers. They could have gotten one of them who knows the game and bring them in to direct the movie, you know, and have a director next to them to tell them lingo and words and strategy, but allow the fan of the game to direct the movie. He would know exactly what to do. The writer could ask him questions while writing the script, and then the director could shadow this guy while he directs it. And yeah, I think that could have been better because I don't get it. This guy obviously isn't that amazing to direct Borderlands. Here are his upcoming movies. Thanksgiving 2, I guess that deserves a sequel, I guess. It's a high rating, so that's probably why. I don't know if he wrote it. Hostel is now back in a TV series. Why? I don't like those movies, but those are good enough. Those Hostel movies are messed up movies, but they're good. Why are we going to go back and dive into it even more into a TV series? I don't get that. And then Don't Go in That House, B Word. So yeah, and then upcoming Lake Mead. So he's writing Lake Mead, but not directing it. Oh no, wait. Yeah, well, it's post, so that's done. He's gonna do Thanksgiving 2, probably finish that first, and then focus his time on the TV series, and then Don't Go in That House. He'll do those on the side, I guess. Anyways, and then he's acted in a lot of stuff. That's pretty impressive. So Ice Cream Man Marty, is that the main guy? He plays Batman for one episode in Euphoria. What in the world? Death Rider, Talk is Jericho, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Fighter Pilot. Wow. That's kind of funny, I think. What else? So yeah, that's pretty much that. Oh, we could check out the other guy, Noah Belson. Let's see. Oh, he probably did the Cabin Fevers and Dogs. I wonder how he got involved with this movie, The Rotten Fruit, Chowder Heads, Ice Cream Man. Oh wow, Cabin Fever. 5 stars. Chowder heads, 3.9 stars. Yeah, well, I think I don't think the writers can both be the same bad as each other. I think you gotta get one that's like, you know what I mean? Like an actual, like a writer with some hits under his name, and then a writer who's needs some help. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that is this pairing. Maybe Eli Roth has some hits. He kind of does. Enough that they said, hey, we're going to pair you up with this Noah Belson who's in trouble. He needs a win. You know? That is so funny. Down here, you can check out some comments, some reviews. 27 of them so far with 3.6 stars. I think that it's probably going to stay the same. Maybe end up at 4? I don't know. The first one is 7 out of 10. This is my mystery movie on 8.3, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Wow. I guess I'm one of a few that really enjoyed the movie, at least enough for a 7-star rating. I love the horror similar to Terrifier. Is that what? Okay, I'm gonna assume it's Terrifier. It's not rated, otherwise would have been NC-17 for the gross, grotesque violence. The main cast was great, and I don't even mind the problems Ice Cream Man has. It was fun entertainment for me. I enjoy a portion of Eli Roth films, and some were bad, like I would say Knock Knock is worse than this, because the ending ruined that movie. What was the point in Borderlands was a huge letdown. Ice Cream Man is definitely a great guilty pleasure, if anything. Okay, that's agreeable. This one is 3 out of 10. What a huge mess. First, we met Art the Clown. Then we faced the Cursed Witch and Weapons. Now comes Ice Cream Man, a film that clearly wants to join those ranks of modern extreme horror. Unfortunately, it mistakes excessive gore for genuine filmmaking. There's no denying the brutality. Some of the violence is so graphic that it arguably goes beyond the Terrifier films. Wow. And the children actors had to be involved with that. Throwing around, props and stuff. But once the shock value fades, you're left with almost nothing. The story is paper thin, the characters are forgettable, and the acting is painfully weak. Instead of building suspense or giving us a reason to care, the film simply jumps from one gruesome kill to the next. What makes this even more disappointing is that it's directed by Eli Roth, a filmmaker who's delivered a far better horror in the past. The trailer promised a fun and terrifying experience, but the final product is an unfocused mess that never lives up to the hype. During my screening, 6 people walked out. I was tempted to be the 7th, but I stayed until the end, hoping it would improve. It never did. The only positive is that a few of the comedy moments generally landed. Beyond that, Ice Cream Man is a disappointing entry in the modern horror genre, relying far too heavily on graphic violence while neglecting the storytelling, characters, and tension that make great horror memorable. Final verdict, unless you're simply looking for relentless gore, there are far better B-horror movies available on Netflix and Amazon that offer a much more entertaining experience. Save your money, skip the cinema, stay at home, and give this one a miss. Wow. Yeah, this is probably believable for this film. Here is are the Rotten Tomatoes for... Actually, here is the Rotten Tomatoes, I guess. Oh, they have it at 29% from the critics. That's not good. I don't think that's a good thing. It doesn't seem like a good thing. The first one here is from Keith Garlington. Keith and the Movies. He says it is fresh. 3 out of 5. Jesus. Ice Cream Man succeeds in being the gratuitously gory and absurdly funny horror comedy concoction that Eli Roth envisioned. It has all the ingredients to entertain those who know what they're getting into and repulse those who don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how anybody could like a bad movie. You know what I mean? Richard Krause says it is rotten. 1 out of 5. No amount of spurting blood or intestinal tug of war can make up for Ice Cream Man's one-dimensional storytelling. Dull characters and uninspired villain. It's as much fun as an ice cream scoop with no sprinkles. That sounds like the truth. That sounds like the truth. This, I think he should have done 3 out of 5, rotten, and still said good stuff, right? But this one, I think this is seems to be a little bit more believable. And then Mark Dusick from Mark Reviews Movies says it's rotten, 2 out of 4. So 3 out of 5. Wait, 2 out of 4. God, I hate those stupid numbers. This should be either it's rotten or it's good. There's no in between. You can't do 1 out of 4. Oh, but it's fresh. Oh, 4 out of 4, but it's rotten. Or I don't get it. The movie is too limited, and it aims in its aims and beyond the squirmy effectiveness of its mostly practical effects. Its execution to succeed. What? The movie is too limited in its aims and beyond the squirmy effectiveness of its mostly practical effects. Its execution to succeed. So the movie is too limited in its aims, its execution to succeed, and in its aims and beyond the squirminess, its execution. God, that's some strange wording. I don't know. Maitland McDonough. I don't know. From Maitland on Movies from Substack. Says it's rotten. Roth promised to surpass the excesses of Hostel and The Green Inferno, and in sheer volume of blood and outrageous kills, he arguably succeeds. Yet he also substitutes over-the-top escalation. For psychological dread or emotional investment. Yeah, okay. That sounds believable too. Because he did Hostel. I did not know that. Maybe that's why they picked this guy. Or specifically they even do Borderlands, because he does have some big hits. I think there's Hostel and Hostel Part 2, and I thought the third one was different or something, or they didn't make a third one. I thought they did. Peter Gray from the AU Review says it's rotten. 0.5 out of 5. A film so obsessed with topping its last kill that it forgets to give audiences a reason to care about anything else. Cool. And then Anthony O'Connor from Film Inc. Australia says it's rotten. 6.5 out of 20. A generally contemptuous film. This guy commented on the Super Troopers 3 film also. Jim Shembry from JimShembry.com says it's fresh. There's no other way to put it in the realm of cold old school B-grade driven drive-in era schlock horror splatterfests. Ice Cream Man clocks in as a singularly demented, marvelously unhinged mini masterpiece. What? Maybe because it's... Oh, then maybe it's... If it is on purpose trying to be bad, then it succeeded. Then that means it should be a 5 out of 5, right? Or Eli Roth should do one of those introspective or retrospective trailers where he talks during it and says, I really wanted to capture the old cheesiness, so we went over the top with cheesiness. And I feel like that if he said that, because it seems like who sets out to make a bad movie? You know what I mean? Like, that's not their goal. Like, Francis Ford Coppola wasn't trying to make Megalopolis bad. He's trying to make a movie. So, I think that, yeah, that's really funny. If this movie is trying to do this on purpose, then it should be 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 4 out of 4, whatever, 20 out of 20, all these silly ratings. So yeah, that's really hilarious. But okay, I think we're good on these ones. We'll go check out the audience reviews now and see what they are saying. And I guess we only have one. Kari A will give it 1, 2, 3, 4 stars, saying wasn't bad, could have been better. Well, there you go on that. So, yeah, this is this. We can go down here and actually check out some other stuff. If there's a trivia or anything. AI art. Oh no! Then there it is. So this is. There's no way. But how much of it? The whole thing? There's absolutely no way. Then it shouldn't have costed any money. This is okay, here's a trivia. Not a remake of Ice Cream Man 1995, nor an expansion of We All Scream for Ice Cream in 07. This is not a remake. So it looks like it, but it is different. So I hate when they do that. It could have just made his own. He could have made a trilogy called One Scoop, the second one 2 scoops, and the third one 3 scoops. Whatever. I hate when they do this. Like Christopher Nolan in The Odyssey, he didn't even really do Homer's Odyssey. He should have just done his own thing, and then he could have not included anything that would be cut out that affects the story, like the gods or magic or anything that he doesn't do. He doesn't do that stuff. Or, well, you know what I mean. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's not a remake. It's actually not a remake, even though it looks very similar. Goof's schools don't have fire axes because they could be used as weapons. Okay. Is this schools do not have fire axes anymore? Oh, you know, from back in the day? Because I thought they did. But if this is in general, like even, you know, when life first started, nobody had an axe in the school. You know what I mean? Whatever. I don't even know. That's funny. Budget. Oh, $6 million budget. $6 million budget. So that's $6 million. Wow. I bet you it's going to make $1 million, but it could actually do well. It needs to make like 10 million. It could do that. I think that the theaters also are not going to have many of these even available. You know what I mean? Like 1,000 theaters or 2,000 because Spider-Man has taken up all of them. And whatever else. The Odyssey. What was that other one that just came out? And now for my final guess. I think that this movie, it says it's gonna pop though with $6 million budget. I mean, it's possible it could make 8 or 10, but I think a lot of people are not. They're gonna be The majority of people are gonna be nope. You know, because and then on top of that, walk out, and then on top of that, read these reviews or people walk out because it's so violent or whatever. So I am gonna say that this movie will flop with I'm gonna say $3 million. Okay, $3 million, and it's not gonna be in the top 10 or 15. I'm gonna say past that. I guess it'll be in the top 20, but specifically, I am gonna say number 20. One Night Only is the next film, or the last film we'll be checking out today. It is, I don't know, it looks cool. This guy, what's his name? I just got Caleb Turner. I loved Eternity with him and Elizabeth Olsen. I think that is such a incredible film. Like to do with like I don't know. Yeah, it's just cool. I think I like that movie a lot. Thor is very cool and all of that stuff. So here is the trailer here on YouTube, which it's from Universal. So 4.7 million views. This could be okay. So yeah, we'll check out the trailer now.
I'm hungry.
Huh?
I'm hungry.
Huh?
So hungry.
We're closed.
I know the owner. This is the best pizza I've ever had. I think it's better than sex. I can't remember.
What's your favorite part?
Extra cheese.
Of sex?
The build up.
That's just a typical lady answer.
What's yours? Boobs? Cowgirl? You like to jackhammer?
Wow. For me, it's about the after.
Oh, come on.
Two people lying there, sharing a secret. Finding love is hard enough. Try doing it on the one night a year single people are legally allowed to have sex. I hate this night. Mom, I'm just gonna stay in.
No, you should go out. This night's insane. I just want to find, like, a good guy.
To finding true love on the least romantic night of the year.
We're gonna go slow. We're gonna make good choices.
Allie, this is Tayshawn.
Hello.
We met in line for the bathroom.
What?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Can I get a whiskey?
How is anyone supposed to find something real on a night like tonight?
Sorry.
I'm Owen.
Allie,
What about us?
your ears look like car doors.
Well, your nose is way too small for your face.
Your chin could plow a field.
Your legs don't make any sense.
Your hairline doesn't make any sense.
Cause I made it, but I've been trying to find my way back for a minute.
Night's almost over, and we're running out of time. We're all just trying to find someone who makes going through it worth it.
Who would you choose
Allie!
if you only had one night?
Are you two together? I'm gonna need a clear answer.
You're cute when you're nervous.
I'm not nervous.
Saying you're just cute.
No, I'm gonna go back and check out the actual thing because they say that like the rule or whatever that sets up like the movie, you know. So I'm gonna check that out really quick.
Finding love is hard enough. Try doing it on the one night a year single people are legally allowed to have sex.
See, now did you hear that? On the one night, people are legally allowed to have sex? Is this like a different world? Or something? I'm gonna go back and check it one more time. Because that's interesting. Doesn't that kind of set up what the movie? Like the rules, or the premise, or the reason why everything's gonna happen.
Love is hard enough. Try doing it on the one night a year single people are legally allowed to have sex.
The one night single people are legally allowed to have sex or illegally allowed to have sex? I don't know. That's so funny. Whatever. Perhaps they wanted this guy, Callum Turner, in this movie because of his performance in Eternity opposite Elizabeth Olsen. Because this is kind of, in a way, a similar kind of a love movie, I guess, whatever. I don't know. It's kind of funny though. It looks good. I don't think they showed anything that looks like a spoiler. The trailer was cut nice. It looks like one of those side movies that's not a big blockbuster in your face type of movie. It's one of those other movies that's probably not, I don't think it could be crap. It just, maybe it could be poorly done. Because even Eternity, the way that movie ends, I guess that ends in the natural way because she goes with the other guy, not Callum Turner, because it's like he was the second guy, and it's like the first, or he was the first guy. The second guy was the Miles Teller, and she picks him in the end. And I think you have to do it writing. It has to be a correct choice, right? Like, who's she gonna choose, him or him? And it made sense to go with the first guy because I think in that story. So in this, yeah, I don't know how it's gonna end. It would have to end with like they live happily ever after, or one of them is a cheater or something like that, or one of them said that they had sex with somebody and then it turns out that they didn't have sex with somebody because they're actually like they have something like morals. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like that type. Oh, that's pretty cool. We can read some comments that are on this trailer from YouTube. Someone said Purge, but make it rom-com. Oh, what, The Purge? The movie where they kill people? Oh, you're right. Hold on. Single people can legally have sex already, unless they're underage, right? So I don't understand where that comes from. Like, that has to be like that world or the alternate world, sex is illegal except for one day. And if you're married, you can legally have sex. But that would be like some weird, like Woody Allen future movie, right? Or something like that, like Sleeper, no? Let's see. Somebody said yes and no. Somebody said that got a genuine LOL from Be Nice. Said I have a post comment. Why wasn't this called The Urge? Oh my. Well, that's funny. The splurge. Somebody said, tell me the writers never had one romantic relationship in their lives without telling me that the writers never had one romantic relationship in their lives. This movie. Wow, okay. This could bomb this could flop because of the bad writing. The rare dystopian rom-com. Interesting. That's funny. That's like the end of the world is coming up and maybe two virgins or a virgin character, is there, right? Or something, whatever. And then he finds out that love is more important than sex. Or, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? And then the world ends. Whatever. Somebody said this is a horror film, correct? They should do that, a horror rom-com film or something. Yeah, that's cool. Somebody said, is it me or could this just have been a New Year's Eve rom-com or a Valentine's Day rom-com where everyone feels pressured to have a Valentine? They could have done a more PG, like whatever, like a non-suggestive one. When will the Madagascar 4 trailer be released? What? People won't even notice when movies are written by AI, bruh. We don't need any human story writers at all, bruh. Two hot people fall in love. What a novel idea. Someone said, it's not too late to delete this. Oh my god. Someone said, this is possibly the worst idea for a film I've ever seen. It technically is The Purge. Or The Urge, as that one guy said. Here is the IMDb page for One Night Only. It is rated R. So then what? There's actual sex in it and nudity and stuff? Or other bad stuff? It's an hour and 42 minutes. Not bad, not bad. 2 hours would have dragged. Over 2 hours. The tags are romantic comedy, drama, romance. The plot is two New Yorkers search for love on the one night of the year when sex is legal. So then it is like a end of the world or like an alternate world. So this is actually, it really is The Purge. This is from the director of Easy A and Anyone But You. What about the writers from The Purge? Or fans of The Purge comes One Night Only, when sex is legal for 12 hours. Just like The Purge, murder is legal for 12 hours. Or a day, or whatever. What in the world? Oh, this is the night. So night is not 12 or 24 hours. A night is less. Maybe it's 12. Two New Yorkers search for love in the night, one night of the year, when sex is legal. So if you're married, it's illegal to have sex. I mean, besides if you have morals or not. This is surprising. I thought I misheard him when he said that in the trailer. Sex is legal. So what? There's no pregnancy, there's no child whatever. All that must have changed. It must have been reduced. And the population must do you see what happens with a plot like this? You start going into it and tearing it apart. Did they do this in the writing room? Did they literally say somebody said, this is like The Purge, isn't it? But for sex? And they're like, get her out of here. You know, and they fired that writer immediately. Like, how dare you compare my sex movie to The Purge or whatever? How dare you compare my 12 hours of sex being legal to The Purge's 12 hours of murder being legal? How dare you? Oh my god, that's funny. Directed by Will Gluck. Is that a fake name? Will Gluck? This is an actual guy's name. Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit 2? Is this a rated R? Is this a horror movie? I didn't know they made this. Or maybe I did see it. Or I didn't watch it. Wow, no, I don't think I've ever seen a trailer. So down here is all his is done. Night only. Anyone but you. So that's what. Is he like really good at doing whatever? Love. I guess, yeah, I guess. Easy A was hilarious. I like Easy A. It's like an adult movie for kids. You know what I mean? Because like it's kind of nice. It's like instead of saying the F word, they say F word. Or they say F instead of the actual. But it's like that, you know, because there's like a little mini sex scene in it, but it's like a fake sex scene, but it's to make somebody look good or whatever. And yeah, so it's kind of nice. It's like, it's not vile, it's not disgustingly adult, but it's like accessible for, you know, people. And then he did Friends with Benefits, which I never saw. So he definitely, well, he hasn't done that much actually. He's done a good amount. 12 credits. And some big movies though. Annie, I never saw it. God, it's bad, I guess. I like original Annie. I'm kind of an original Annie kind of a guy. Let's see. Not bad ratings, by the way. Directing Treasure Squad in development, TV series. He's just doing one episode. He's written Anyone But You, Peter Rabbit 2. Wait, so he didn't write this one? He's producing Fake Skating, Just Dance, and Down the Rabbit Hole, which might be a spin-off of the whatever, the bunny movie, whatever. The one and only But You, Chicago Party, and Woke. Oh no. Peter Rabbit, that's what I was thinking of. I was trying to remember. Woke. Is this like legitimate woke, whatever, making fun of things? Keith is an African-American cartoonist on the verge of a mainstream success when an unexpected incident changes his life. Blake Anderson. Oh, Blake Anderson is, I guess, Blake? Or whatever from Workaholic, right? Yes, there he is. Anyways, okay, so that's fine. I think that we're good here. Upcoming, he's doing Treasure Squad. So we're good on him. So we'll talk. Travis Braun actually wrote this, okay? So here he is, and we'll actually see what else he's written. He has done Pubstruction. Thoughts. The One Night Only, Pubstruction, Bad Boy, Tots, Monsters at Work. It's a show? Jesus, really? Vampirina, the TV show. Wow, really? So he's done kid stuff. What? These are all kid stuff, and then they bring him in to write a really adult movie. I gotta read this rating on this movie, and he's writing everyday parenting tips. Everyday parenting tips. If that's PG-13 or whatever, not rated R, that could be funny. You know, like Nate Bargatze did The Breadwinner. To make a nice movie that's like, you don't have to do all of that dirty joke stuff. Jesus. Like, when I watch Hoppers or Goat, I'm not expecting there to be a sexual innuendo for me. You know, like, oh, the character's going to eat a hot dog. Yes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stupid stuff like that. Or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate that stuff. It's kind of funny, though. And then for producer upcoming, he's got Cars Lightning Racers. Is that the Cars movie? Like, they're just like Monsters Inc. They're just not gonna let it go either at all. How bizarre is that? And here is the cast. So Callum Turner. That's really funny. In Eternity, when he's first wearing the tuxedo at the bar, he looks like James Bond, and that gave me the feeling that, wow, he could be cast as him and it'd be fine, I think. So those are the people. I don't really. Monica Barbaro. Is she the other main character? Because it looked like there was a character switch, as well as there being. What's that lady's name? The from If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Byrne. Seth Rogen's wife. Isn't that her? Rose Byrne. At that one point. Crime 101, Maya. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not too familiar with her. Anybody else in it who's King Princess? Julia Fox. I know these names. I don't think I've ever seen them before. King Princess is someone's legal name. King Princess. Come on. I do a double click there. What in the world? This is her actual name. Song Sung Blue. I've yet to watch that one. So where is her name? King Princess. King Princess. Do you think she's full of herself? Or whatever? Here's some user reviews. Looks like there are 4 of them. Somebody gave it a 9 out of 10, saying this is the mystery movie on 7/27. I've been wanting to review this for over a week. I absolutely love this movie. It's absolutely a wholesome version of The Purge, where one night of the year, for 12 hours, anyone can have sex and fall in love. Callum Turner and Monica Barbaro were sensational about the absolutely, and throughout, absolutely love their performances. I think it's kind of dumb because you're supposed to procreate. I kind of understand that. One Night Only deserves praise. Truly an amazing comedy rom romance. The director Will Gluck is great for Easy A. Friends with Benefits is a lot of fun. Peter Rabbit Films, Annie Remake, and Anyone But You was decent. Would highly recommend this great movie. Some give it 7 out of 10, saying cute take on Orwellian eugenic scenario. Oh, okay. If 99 Cigarette, this guy gave it 7 out of 10, saying cute take on Orwellian eugenic scenario. Funny. If 99 Cigarettes or Valentine's Day were applied to a fascist controlling of the population, thanks to dwindling global resources, you might have this charming rom-com. Their behavior would probably be more dystopically desperate, but Monica Barbaro is a fine romantic lead in Callum Turner, mostly disguises his thick scouse well, while trying to get it inside Barbaro as New York. Okay, as New Yorkers looking for love, and the only night they're allowed to breed. Now, if only Barbara could get back to convincing James Mangold to complete a Dylan trilogy after A Complete Unknown, and get her and Chalamet less flimsy parts. The dunes are basically Star Wars for eunuchs. What that would really get an audience jollies. Stay cool and healthy out there. What a strange thing to write. Okay, I guess he liked it. It sounds like he doesn't like it. That's, I don't know. And then this guy gave it 8 out of 10, saying Condom Nights. Oh. Saw this as a Monday mystery movie at Regal on the 27th of July. This is an out there rom-com. No one in America is allowed to have sex unless they are married, which is monitored with implants in all Americans. That is except for one night a year. This is the purge for unmarried sex. This also turns out to be a great premise for comedy. Love the performance from the two leads. They made this premise plausible. This really does sound like a Woody Allen premise. Like the world is on, like the world is like coming to an end, and this guy is just trying to go out on a date or something. Like that's so Woody Allen-y, or whatever, like, yeah, like his focus is elsewhere. This to me just creates all these other ideas in my head of like, what is this world, where so nobody has sex? Do you know how much stress? Are you able to do personal stuff? Like, where does it end? They have implants. Do you know how stressed people would be? Do you know how crabby and up the wall crawling like people would be? And then the last one is 8 out of 10. Timely, genuinely a smart, fresh, funny, and different rom-com. Congrats to people who have media literacy who enjoyed it. It's a comedy on where this country is headed, on puritanical values, surveillance and government overreach, and what'll happen if you don't get ahead of it. It's literally the whole point. This guy gave it 8 out of 10, saying timely, genuinely a smart, fresh, funny, and different rom-com. Congrats to people who have media literacy who enjoyed it. It's a commentary on where this country is headed, on puritanical values, surveillance and government overreach, and what'll happen if we don't get ahead of it. It's literally the whole point. I like that. That is honestly, that's a good description of the movie. This isn't supposed to be a dumb premise, whatever. It's supposed to be a silly possibility of the future. Like, we're controlling everything, and then we also get to the point where we control sex. A natural act. We have to control it. So I like this. That is really hilarious. I like that description. I like the word, this guy said up here, cute take on Orwellian eugenics scenario. I like that. I think that, like, it's strange because it creates, for me, it's making me think of all of these other ideas, right? I'm literally thinking of like, that could be like a Marvel, like a superhero premise, like, I want to know more about the world. Are they going to do one night only? No, I guess not. It is, if it's the point of like making fun of what we're headed towards, and they're using the purge premise as that, then this should be good. Like the movie has its problems, whatever, but the whole point, what the comment said, is that this is about, like, are we doing this correctly? Like, are we on the right track? We're going to get to the point where we control sex? Like, is that actually correct? Rotten Tomatoes for One Night Only. The critics have it at 52%, which is funny. Then BAFTA award. Cool. Nothing from the audience yet. So I feel like this would be the movie that the audience ends up liking, or a movie that they liking. Here are some of the critics' reviews. Oh, Branyan Toe from Loud and Clear Reviews says it's fresh, 3 out of 5. Monica Barbaro and Callum Turner carry One Night Only, and its hysterical, absurd narrative on their backs with their scorching chemistry and amazing performances. That's good. So, see, I feel like besides the premise of the film, yeah, does it do what it's set out to do, and does it do it correct? Nell Minnow from Movie Mom says it's fresh, B-. A ridiculously silly premise manages to stay out of the way and let the glossy rom-com take over. It helps that the movie itself doesn't take the premise too seriously. A ridiculously silly premise manages to stay out of the way. So the Purge influence thing is way in the background, and enough that you don't even worry about it, because it is about the two main characters. That's pretty. And then Richard Krause says it's fresh, 2.5 out of 5. What in 2 out of 5 is fresh? What in that is so stupid. 2.5 out of 5 is fresh. I think he picked the wrong one. 2 out of 5 is rotten. Does he not know that? He said, like a mashup of When Harry Met Sally, and The Purge, One Night Only's reluctance to fully engage with its dystopian political premise, it shines when focusing on its stars Monica Barber and Callum Turner. Okay, yeah, at least this guy mentions the obvious influences. And Mark Dusick from Mark Reviews Movies says it's rotten, 2 out of 4. See, there you go. 2 out of 4 is rotten. But up here, 2 out of 5 is fresh. So, how stupid is that? This guy says it's rotten. The big question left at the end of director Will Gluck's romantic comedy is how much of the movie itself believes the fascists are right about this particular thing. I mean, the way things are going, I think that this, after reading all this stuff, that this movie is very important to you at this time. And then Daniel Salzman from Solzy at the Movies says it's rotten. 3 out of 5. You know what? I don't think I'm going to be reading those stupid numbers anymore. I don't understand what these people are trying to say. One Night Only has some genuinely funny moments and strong performances, but its central premise ultimately works against the romantic comedy it wants to be. I mean, if that last review says like it tries to push it all out of the way, but then this one says that it's like right there, because to me it's like immediately, okay, everybody on Earth, or what is this, communism or something? There's like a king and no one gets to vote on these ideas. Like it's weird to take the premise of The Purge and then tie it into romantic comedy, whatever, because it creates so many more questions. You're like, wait, I want to explore the rest of the world now. I almost don't even care about this. What they could have done, honestly, was like did it more in the way of like there's a love contest or something, or a couples contest, and they all have to be a couple and in love with each other by 12 o'clock and they win a prize or something. And then there wouldn't be this Purge thing in the background. Because if you think about it, the Purge thing is like, that's like somebody took over the entire world, like a king. And that doesn't make any sense. And that's not the movie, If the movie was sci-fi and stuff, and then they showed that, and then the power of love will overcome this evilness, whatever, that could happen. So anyway, yeah, this is really, it's kind of funny. They should have just changed the premise, I think. I think that they could have changed the premise to being like a love contest or whatever, some contest, and they meet each other and they have to be in love by the contest at night, and then the big, something, whatever, they figure it out. But that could be better than saying, oh, hey, an apocalyptic future where nobody can be in love anymore. There's 12 hours once a year that everybody can legally have sex. Like, I don't get that. Because think about how the crime, like, people have to have sex. That's like a thing. So if you do that and then they have those chips that they're able to monitor you in, they're going to arrest everyone. The jails are going to be full. There's going to be resistance groups. There's going to be, candidates running for freedom, whatever, and all this stuff. And then there's going to be like civil war going on. See how it creates all those questions? The Purge, but romantic. And then it creates all these other questions, I don't know. I feel like it could have used a little bit more planning or something. Then really quick the audience reviews for film. There's only one guest from Tiffany G who gave it 1, 2, 3.5 stars, saying review wp.me/p65txm -ib4. So that's good. It seems like she liked it. And now for my final thoughts on this film. Yeah, I think that they could change the premise to this, rather than two New Yorkers search for love on the one night of the year when sex is legal, right? Now they could have done two New Yorkers search for love in after lately joining a love contest, where they have to fall in love before midnight, whatever. That would have been a better premise, because then it's just a really isolated plot with nothing else going on. You know, it doesn't create all of these other like questions of like, wait, how does this work and how does that work, and wait, is this everywhere? Is this the whole earth? Is this after a war that happened and America won the war and they ruled the entire world? Is this a world where Adolf Hitler took over or never died, or was successful? Is this the U.S. doesn't exist? We're still under Britain rule, whatever that is, that stuff. Before that, like, you know what I mean? Did Canada, did they take over? Did Mexico take over? What happened? Well, how did it get to this point where there's no resistance groups? I feel like this movie, Callum Turner's character would become violent and then go up and take down the government, right? Wouldn't that be the movie? Like, hey, there's a bigger problem going on in the world. Well, that's okay. We're going to fall in love tonight. Wait, what if we went to go, like, break into the army, steal a bunch of weapons, and go take down the government, right? And save humanity from being under control or something. So this is rated R for sexual material, language, and brief nudity. Okay, so you aren't going to see much of Callum Turner naked, I guess, right? Some cussing, some sexual material. I don't think Callum Turner, it's like, he's not like a dirty person, like, he doesn't take dirty roles and stuff. Like, I feel like everything he kind of is involved with has this kind of like sweetness to it, or you know what I mean? Like maturity to it, matureness, something to it, that doesn't make it like this, because this could be for hardcore sexual material, strong language, and strong nudity and whatever, and dirty, crude material. It's like, okay. I don't know. I also just remember the part in the trailer where they are both making fun of each other's looks. And I'm surprised, like, it sounds like the writer wrote it with Callum Turner's acting in the role, because she says your ears look like door or whatever. It's like, that's like an actual fact. Unless those two are so talented, they improv that scene, and then they just literally made up all those things, saying that to each other. That could be possible, that they improv that scene. A bit of trivia: when Maya Hawke's character shows a picture of their hot neighbor, it is of Glenn Powell. When Owen is scrolling through the hookup app, one of his matches is Sydney Sweeney. Powell and Sweeney both starred in director Will Gluck's previous effort, Anyone But You. Well, now that's really cool. I like that reference. So this is what this creator does with his stuff. He puts the last characters into the new movie as a reference or something. That is so cool. Crazy credits. The film opens with the 1980s style Universal Pictures logo design variant. Let's see down here if there's any info. Nothing. Okay, so I am gonna say that I think that One Night Only, it could do okay. I think that people are going to be too focused on this purge premise or whatever. And I don't know. I think that some people will like understand it and everything. There's no budget, so I'm not sure. I'm going to say, what do you think? It's probably what? 40 million, 50. These aren't like big actors. Callum Turner, I think he's gonna be a big actor. I already said he could play James Bond. In Eternity, when he is in the tuxedo as the bartender, he looked just like James Bond. First thought in my head, I was like, what? Even though I think he's American, but I think didn't that guy, one of them, that one guy he was the only American actor that played James Bond. Lazenby, right? I don't remember something. I don't remember. George Lazenby. I don't know. One of them was an American actor. He played one time. But this guy, I think, because of that, I think Callum Turner deserves to play James Bond. So yeah, no budget. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna flop, right? I think that this movie is one of those movies that would flop, right? I am gonna say, I don't know. I feel like 10 million. I really don't know. I don't know what to say. There's no budget. Because it should make like 50 or 60, right? But it's probably gonna make way less. I think it's gonna flop, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it does okay. I think the problem is that people are gonna bring up The Purge, and they shouldn't have done that. They should have done a couples contest. They have 12 hours to learn each other and know each other and whatever, and then they get a prize, a cash prize, right? And then it turns out that they're actually in love with each other or something. Like they're doing it as like a game, but it turns out that they actually do like each other. I don't know, something like that, right? And then the morality thing, what I would do is I would have them not have sex. You know what I mean? I'd be like, wow, wait, just to be different, like, because the normal thing would be that they would have sex, right? Just to be different and to be artful or whatever, maybe have a message of morality or whatever in it. You could do that, but there's something, whatever. I think that this film will flop. I'm gonna say 10 million, I think. I think 10 million is a good number, and I think it will be in top 15. I'm gonna say specifically number, because I said the other movies were gonna be in number 20. Okay, I'm just gonna go with 12th place then. Okay, the last thing we can do here is check out the current box office. So we have Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let's see how much it actually has made by now. It should hit $1 billion. Yeah, great. 706 overseas. Wow. The film looks really good. I've been seeing clips about it. Like, my God, it's so creative with the fight scenes, and it is based off of the Insomniac games. That this director, Daniel Cretton, he addresses that in a recent interview where he talks about the Insomniac game fight move influence in it, and yeah, it looks really awesome. It looks really great. He does so many tricks and stuff. Like, that's so cool. So many actual like acrobatic parkour uses of his skills. You don't really see that too much. Like Batman in Batman v Superman in the warehouse scene. That whole part is so cool. Odyssey is in second place. Let's see how much that made. This is at almost $1 billion. Wow. Toy Story 5 still going. Third place. Minions and Monsters. Fourth place. Oh, half. I feel like they should have made more, but by the way, I just watched Minions 1 and Minions 2. Well, I have 30 minutes left. And there are not kids' movies at all. These are not kids' movies. I don't know why they decided to make it PG-13 and just gone all the way with those adult things, because this is not a kids' movie. I mean, I don't understand that. There are some adult things in this movie. You're like, that's not for kids. The second one, the guy, they meet this guy the couple, and they're like thieves. They're straight up criminals. What? And you're gonna show that to the kids? Moana's in 5th place. Hadestown, the musical. I didn't remember that. The Invite, 7th place. Evil Dead Burn, 8th place. I Want Your Sex, 9th place, but $10 million budget for that one. Yeah, that one did Young Washington. Backroom Mercedes, Disco Day, Supergirl. Super. It's still in the theater and now it's on VOD. Jesus Christ. They are really desperate for that money. Unbelievable. What did it end up with? 120. Oh my God, are you serious? 72. It should have made 125 domestic and like 153 overseas. Are you serious? Oh, you know what I mean. Whatever. That is really embarrassing. I don't understand that. That's just bizarre. Okay, so where am I gonna think these movies are gonna go? I think that Ice Cream Man, I said was gonna be number 20. Yeah. Well, the Ice Cream Man movie. Yeah, I think it's gonna be way down here. Unless it's here already. Did I miss it? Some of the movies are already on here, which I find hilarious. Nope. I don't think I see it anywhere. All right. So yeah, I think that Ice Cream Man will be in 20th place. Super Trooper 3. I said it was gonna be in number 12. I think right here, it might. I don't think it's gonna make more than Backrooms or Obsession. Let me see. I mean, I Want Your Sex is 634,000. Jesus, and it's in that place. I think somewhere around here. I think that Super Troopers 3 will be around here. I'm gonna say past top 10. It could, honestly, it could be like 8th place. Yeah, I don't know. I said number 12 for that. Ice Cream Man, number 20, way down here somewhere. And then One Night Only. Wait, what did I say for? I said top 20. Oh, I also said number 12 for Super Troopers. Okay, I am gonna redo mine. I'm just gonna move it down to 13 then. So yeah, I think that One Night Only will be in 13th place right here. And here is where we will wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you to IMDb, the numbers, and RottenTomatoes.com. Leave a comment down below about what you think and how you think these movies are going to turn out. And I will see you in the next episode. Peace.